What if I told you there was a perfect travel backpack out there? One that lets you go into nature, do those long hikes, do those landscape photography shoots, but also allows you to go into the city, pack nice and light, and not to feel like you're carrying a ton of weight on you. What if I told you a bag that's able to do both those things at once? And that's what we're talking about in this video. What's up guys, it's Project Photography back in the video, and today in one of our previous videos I talked about the secret Peak Design 6-liter sling that I use on a daily basis. It is the small camera cube plus a Peak Design slide. And a lot of you guys like that concept, the unique idea that I brought forth in that video. And I just want to highlight another sort of, travel setup that I have that utilizes both that 6-liter sling, but also allows you to go on landscape photography shoots and hikes and so on. This is a 2-in-1 bag that's something I don't think people really necessarily think about. And what it essentially is a Shimoda Action X30 with the small camera cube inside. And a lot of you guys have seen in my previous, what's in my bag for landscape photography, that I use this setup on a daily basis for landscape photography. When I'm out going on shoots, that's the setup that I bring. It's really comfortable, really easy, very lightweight, and it just packs everything that needs to be packed. But I actually bring this a lot on travel shoots as well. If I'm going to a place like Hawaii, if I'm going to, NorCal and so on, this is the setup that I'm actually bringing. It is that exact setup, but I'm also bringing a Peak Design slide. And the reason I bring the Peak Design slide is so that when I'm actually shooting with the Shimoda Action X30, going on landscape shoots, that's awesome and dandy. But if I want to go into the city and take more street photography and so on, I don't want to be carrying that huge thing around. So what I do is I take out the small camera cube, attach my Peak Design slide to it, and then use it as a nice little 6-liter sling. And it's a really great setup because I can have both the nature photography bag that's perfect for that, absolutely amazing, but I can also have the setup that is perfect for outdoors and street photography, that sort of thing. That's very lightweight, very easy and compact to bring. This makes traveling extremely light, extremely efficient, and so on. You have a 2-in-1 bag that allows you to do pretty much everything that you wouldn't want it to do. And when I'm actually shooting with this, I always bring, or when I'm actually going out traveling, I always bring a standard zoom. So my setup is usually something like a 24-70. I have the two Z6s, of course. I got the 24-200 as well as the 14-30 as my setup. So when I'm actually going out and shooting landscape photography, got the two Z6s with me plus the 14-30 as well as the 24-200. When I'm actually out there doing street photography with the singular sling, when I'm out traveling, I have the standard zoom of a 24-70. So if you actually have this setup, make sure you bring that so you're not having to switch between a bunch of different lenses and so on. And this is really the ultimate bag for travel. Having that 2-in-1 is extremely crucial. But most importantly, it helps to fulfill your needs as a photographer when you're actually going out there and traveling. You won't have to bring a hiking bag, a dedicated hiking bag, and then a side sling that is great for photography, great for light stuff, but that's a lot of inefficiency happening. That's two different bags for two different needs and so on. This covers both those needs at once in a very seamless, easy experience. And that's what I really love about this setup, and something that I use pretty frequently. And this is the exact setup that I'm going to bring with me to Hawaii, the trip that I'm going on in August. Able to have that bag for nature, landscape type of stuff, hiking, because Hawaii is very much a place where you go hiking on the beach, on the trails in the mountains and so on. But also they have a lot of street life. The downtown Waikiki, Honolulu area is perfect for that 6-liter sling. But this is a very unorthodox setup and something that I would not necessarily recommend to a lot of people. So if you're in the market for a travel bag, is this the right one for you? Peak Design obviously has a travel backpack that you can kind of do the same setup with. They have a travel 45-liter bag that you can have the small camera cube as well as whatever other camera cube that you need. If you want to bring more gear, you're able to do that with the 45-liter bag. And then you can take out the 6-liter bag and turn that into a sling and so on. So with that sort of setup, it kind of accomplishes a very similar need. If you want to go ahead and travel light, you can just bring that 6-liter sling. But if you also want to have a dedicated shoot, you can also bring that, for the whole bag, the 45-liter travel. The problem is that the 45-liter bag is not a dedicated hiking bag. The Shimoda Action X30 is. If you're in this camp where you want to have a travel bag, you don't want to say get out of the ecosystem, Peak Design makes sense, but is not a dedicated travel bag. So should you adopt this unorthodox setup of the Shimoda Action X30? I would really say that there's only two camps where you should really adopt this. The first one is if you already have a Shimoda Action X30. All you really have to do is buy the Peak Design small camera cube as well as the sling, and you pretty much have that set up right away. Or if you're a dedicated landscape photographer who really just wants a really good setup for landscape photography, but you're also going to be going out and doing that street when you're actually going out and traveling, I honestly think this is a great setup to have because Like I said before, the P Design 45 liter is not a dedicated hiking bag. This bag is. And I think it'd be really good for your setup, being able to carry more efficiently, more lightly, and not have to feel like you have excess when you're actually traveling, because you want to be as efficient, small as possible. So I just want to highlight, this bag and this whole setup, because this is something that I've used for quite a while in my workflow when I'm actually going out and traveling. I just want to share it with you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this setup down in the comment section down below. Is this something that you guys would pick up for your landscape photography? And what travel setup do you guys have for your own travel needs? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for experiencing the world with me today. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.